What's happening, everybody? So this topic has come up a few times with me and some buddies and people I've met, and it's if you could go back in time, say you found a DeLorean with a functional flex capacitor and you wanted to go back in time and purchase your dream car, what would it be? But see, there's multiple things to this because you can't exactly bring it back with you. So where would you store it? And how would you keep it safe for, say, 50 years for you to go forward in time and retrieve it? So a couple of times that has come up, and we've tried to think of ways to store it, but you know how it goes. If somebody somehow, some way finds out there is a super rare car stashed somewhere, they will find a way to get it. So between thieving, Mother Nature destroying the car, like they planted that, or they buried that 57 Plymouth, and I think it was Kansas or something. And when they went to retrieve it 50 years later, the car was a wreck. It was a rotted hunk of poopy. And that's because they put it in a cement box beneath the ground. Water tables ate that car up. So we'll start from the beginnings here. Yeah, that was that last episode, Charger. Oh yeah, there's the guy that lost to that car. You know what, Derek, I'll start with you. So, you just got a 1981 DeLorean with a functioning flex capacitor from Doc Brown. What year are you going to go back to buy it? What car do you want?
Well, I get a 69 Roadrunner with the Hemi in it.
69 with 4-speed or automatic?
I'm a 4-speed.
What color?
Red.
A red Hemi 4-speed 69 Roadrunner. Good choice. Here's the next question, Derek. Where are you going to hide it for 50 years to come forward in time? Where are you going to keep it? How would you store it?
I guess in a garage.
Yeah, but how are you going to keep it safe for all those years?
True.
It's not like you can go back in time and tell a previous family member, hey, I'm from the future, store this car for me. It's going to be worth bunches of money later. And then you disappear for 50 years. They're going to be like, yeah, that guy was probably full of shit. Let's just sell this thing. So it's not like you can exactly trust a family member, or a friend, because you're going to be gone for so long. They're going to just call BS and then sell the damn car. So a garage, huh? You just lost your 69 Roadrunner. But see, here's another thing too you have to think about is so the dollar value. Say you have $100,000 in the bank. I don't even have 10%. I don't even have 5% of that. But say you had $100,000 in the bank. You can't go jump in your DeLorean and go back in time with $100,000 in cash of today's money. And so you're going to have to get something you can exchange, like silver, gold, or something like that. And $100,000 in gold now. You're probably thinking, I got $100,000. I could buy 15 Hemi Cuda convertibles and be a multi-millionaire in the future. Well, your $100,000, reverted back to 1971 money is not going to be $100,000. That gold probably only be worth like 10 grand. So you'll be able to buy two, in which you'll still be multi-millionaire. But where would you store them? I've thought about that. You think about warehouses. It's like, okay, I know warehouses that exist now that were existing back then, but where would you keep it? I mean, would you make like a secret room and then tuck it inside one of those rooms? And then just hopefully no one figures out, hey, there's this square footage missing in this building that looks like should be something there. And people have found cars like that. There was a late 50s Corvette. The store owner bricked out a room in his, I think it was a grocery store or something, and stashed his car in there, and it was forgotten about. The guy had passed away, whatever. Well, the next owners come along by the building and they look at the floor plans and they're like, hey, this room this wall shouldn't be there. They knock it down and there's like a pristine 50s Corvette in there. So how would you store it? I've thought about, maybe you buy a chunk of land. Of course, then, you got to pay the taxes on that every year. So, I mean, what would you do? Just pay 50 years worth of taxes ahead of time? The IRS is going to think you're freaking nuts. Or, maybe just you find a really vacant area somewhere way off in the distance, and you basically carve a hole into the side of this mountain, concrete it, concrete the front, and then put the car in there, put a steel door, and then put the earth back over it to hide it in like this hidden garage on the side of a mountain. But the people that helped you do that, they're going to know that car's in there. All they got to do is tell one person. That one person tells two persons. That two person tells four persons. And now there's like a bunch of people that know there is a super desirable car in the side of a mountain, and they're going to find it. So, I don't know. Every scenario I've thought about where I could stash a car, it just wasn't a guarantee. And okay, my car, the car I would want to stash, okay, of course I like Chargers, but if I had enough money saved up, I went back in time, I would actually buy old NASCARs, Daytonas, Superbirds, the NASCAR versions. Because when NASCAR outlawed them in 71, those cars were worthless. They couldn't do anything with them. And so I could get my favorite cars, and I could probably get a bunches of them cheap. And so that's what I would buy, because I like Daytonas and I like Superbirds, but I don't really care for the street versions as much, because when you raise them up in the air, you got street tires on them, and the noses aren't tilted down like they cheated in NASCAR, and they just kind of, I don't know, not as cool looking. Still cool looking, but the NASCAR versions are just bitching. Yeah, I could go back and buy, I'm just going to get, 71 Hemi Cuda, but, I'm not talking value. I'm just talking the car I would really want. I would really like to have like an old NASCAR Daytona Superbird, so I don't know, it's a tough call. If you actually had the opportunity and then it just fell in your lap, and Marty McFly just pulled up in your driveway, jump in. Oh crap, I really got to think about this. Then where are you going to stash the car? So, I don't know. Where would you guys stash the car? How would you stash it? What would you go get? What would be your dream car to go back in time and go get? But the biggest question would be, how do you keep it safe for when you can come back? And say you've only got enough plutonium in the tank to do one trip. It's not like you can go back every 6 months and check on your car. No, you've only got enough plutonium to go back in time, buy your dream car, and find a way to stash it until you can go forward in time and retrieve it. And hopefully it's still behind those barn doors, buried in the dirt, hidden in a bunker. I mean, I think about it, 50 years is a long time for somebody to just stumble across your car. And I've been way out in the boonies and the forest and stuff like that, and just stumbled across a car like, damn, how the hell did this thing get here? And granted, they weren't like super desirable cars, but just think about it. Wherever you think you're going to stash it, people are probably going to find it. And when they find it, you just lost out on your investment or your dream car. So, I don't know. That was just my thought of the day. Derek already lost his dream car. He said a garage. Gone. And so, say you had enough money to get a storage unit for 50 years. How much money would that be in storage fees? Not only that, but you don't think the owner of that storage unit is like, this car has been sitting here 50 years. This guy's dead or something. I mean, I was like, hell, let's just auction this bitch off. So, I don't know. Food for thought. Well, we got to try and put some steel roofing tin on top of this patio. I don't know why people do this. This to me is just stupid. So they do this. They're like, oh, we're going to put a patio on a roof. And then they put like this graded wood fencing stuff. And it's just pointless. If you're going to make a patio, put a freaking roof on it.